And then Andy and I had the privilege of presenting to a group of very prominent anti-vax doctors, lawyers, activists, etc., and they were not happy with what we were saying, and so they invited 2 virologists and a third guy who was introduced to us as 20 years senior laboratory virologist at the Wuhan's Chinese Center for Disease Control, and then 20 years senior pathologist doing virological laboratory work at Yale University. And he was there to debunk us. Tom and Andy are nuts. And I thought, this will be interesting. And he agreed that there is no case of SARS-CoV-2 being isolated or found from any sick person, period. What's the reason for this? Why can't you find it? Because, I just want to be clear on this, it is not that things the size, shape, and complexity of viruses cannot be found. We've been finding things called bacteriophages since the 30s. You take a culture of bacteria, you macerate it like in a blender, you filter it, you centrifuge it, it comes out in a band. You see these particles, the size, shape, morphology, and complexity of viruses. They're all the same geometry, same morphology, same consistency. You can do that with bacteriophages, you can do it with giant viruses. It is not a technical problem to find a virus in a bodily fluid. That is not the problem. So we asked him, why can't you find it? And he said, there's not enough to find. And luckily, Andy asked him, so if you had 10 people and you mixed their sputum together, would there be enough to find then? And he said, no, not enough to find. How about 100 people? No, not enough to find. By the way, if there's not enough virus to find in 100 people, what is the theory that it's going to kill us all? So then we kept going, 1,000 people, no, not enough to find. Then 10,000 people, not enough to find, no more questions. So we don't know if 100,000 people there would be enough to find. So if you think that virologists find the virus in any fluid of any sick person, you are misinformed. That's not how they do it. Nobody disagrees with that. Nobody.